30 centimeters. That's what we need to be filming at. 40 centimeters. Maybe it's better. 16 inches. That was the original. Due to the type of lens that are now in today's camera, that is why they brought it to 30 centimeters. 12 inches, 11.8. We have here is a sensor. You got to be super careful not to get any specks of dust inside, as well as taking this off. Well, they show you how easy this was to take off, and when they put a rubber seal on, no way can now it's coming off. Before I couldn't get it off outside. And you twist it off. No, this is not for this, because this is an M12, this is an M11, a special size that's not out there on the market, and you're going to have an issue getting this off. Now, you take note of this thing coming off and how the O-ring has been incorrectly seated, so this shows you the craftsmanship of the camera. That is not good to have an O-ring just basically sitting on that side. Now, am I going to trust this to go into the water? That's a question in hand. I would think I would have a better O-ring. Now, is there a way that I can take this ring and fix it correctly? DJI. We're going to need an O-ring that fits my camera 100%. So now if I just put this on, back on, and nobody shows that, you can see the difficulty I may be having. Water shouldn't get in there. It should basically hold tight if I make this nice and tight. Now, if I loosen this back up, and I'm not going to get into super detail like Worth It or Not has, or my gig users showing a video. But there's the O-ring. It will fall off and it needs to be correctly seated, and that no one has shown at all. I don't want to make this a long video, but if you want to try to take this lens and twist it with a tool like a crescent wrench, a scissors, or a pin nose, you're going to ruin your lens. You're going to have to take all this off. You're going to have to take all the boards off just to get to the actual lens. That is very tight. If you think of adjusting it, will that correct your issue? Because in here, there is hot glue. They call it epoxy. And you have to know how to adjust this. And before attempting any adjustments, what you do is take white marker and you draw on the sides over here and here. And then you do your best to go one way. Clockwise will go in, and counterclockwise will go out. Now, you can see how simple this is to take on and off. Now, what if you're going to take another lens and try to put it on? And you're going to see that not all lenses that are the same are going to have the same exact thread course. And I'm already having difficulty trying to screw this on. It's going to damage the threads. So please, DJI, put a heavier ring in so I can put my ring correctly back on and seat it in my camera so I can now make it more waterproof. When I go in the water, I want to make sure I take this and I want to make sure I make it as tight as possible. Look how nice and tight it is. This rubber will come off, and now I am 100% up and running. You want to attempt a repair? That is all you to see a picture that is nice and clear.